Welcome to two. K-Sports, everyone. We have some exciting NBA action coming up. Joined by Grant Hill and Tim Legler. This is Brian Anderson. And we'll have Allie LaForce reporting for us. Now here's SGA. And Tim, on paper, this is a bit of a lopsided matchup, but nothing is a given in this league.
Yeah, B.A., that's for sure. The margin for error very slim in this league, and really, all we're talking about on a given night is a different guy heating up to make this game much more competitive.
Here's George, following the three by Oklahoma City. Trying to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Mark Dagnall gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He told me when he was watching film of their opponent, what stood out was Lauri Markkanen's efficiency. The coach said Markkanen doesn't need high usage to be effective. He gets a lot of his points off of movement, and he brings versatility to this offense. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. Markkanen outside. Shoots over Holmgren. Markkanen misses. Williams looking around. Unloads. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Williams has got 5 now.
Well, Williams is a guy you can count on offensively. He is always looking for opportunities to score.
Here's Collier. To the paint. Nurkic. And Nurkic throws it down.
At last, their cold streak is over. They finally found something that worked.
Yeah, took a few trips. Now let's see if that can get them going.
Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Caruso misses. Pass to Markkanen. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on Isaiah Hartenstein.
And the defense really crowds Markkanen inside, so he smartly makes sure he draws the foul.
He misses the free throw. Well, Lauri Markkanen comes from a family full of athletes.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. Lauri's mom and dad were both pro basketball players, and so was one of his brothers. And his other brother is a professional soccer player, so it definitely runs in the family.
A nice shot by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And when you start out shooting 80% or better as a team, you start to feel yourself a little bit, and that feeling is good.
Pass to Collier. Back to George. And here's Nurkic. Shot clock at 6. Here's Collier. Marketing from long range. Hartenstein pulls it in.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
First personal foul. First team foul.
First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. To the middle. Kicks it out to Holmgren. Fires the three.
That miss aside, they're off to a strong start at the offensive end.
Pass to Markkanen. And Markkanen with the stuff.
And this is inexcusable. The defense must force Markkanen further away from the rim.
Gilgeous-Alexander into the lane. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
George outside. Over Caruso. George's shot is off.
But it didn't go that time, but that's a shot he should feel confident in taking.
Here's SGA. Sinks another one. He's on a roll, starting 4 for 4.
He still hasn't missed. 4 for 4 to start the game.
George outside. There's a screen by Nurkic. Shoots it from the high post. No good, and that makes him 0 for 3. Here's SGA. Give him 8. Hartenstein in the post. Williams from long range. Rebounded by Nurkic.
Great job on the closeout and taking away space against a good shooter.
Kicks it to George. Second chance shot. Yes, it's good. Here's Williams. He's got 5. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein. Back to SGA. Uses the glass on the layup. That's 10 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, he's done everything you want offensively. Great shot selection, and he is a big reason why they have the lead.
And here's Caruso outside. Counted from distance.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Takes the 3. He buries it from 3.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Here's Collier. No points yet. It's George on the wing. Pass to Collier. 5 to shoot. This one for 3. Caruso grabs the board.
Well, he better focus now. His efficiency is dropping, but there's enough game left to make corrections.
Now here's Williams. He's got 5. Drains the triple. And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And so the ball out of bounds. Caruso touched it last. You know, Tim, when it comes to deflections and steals, who's better than the Thunder?
The answer, nobody. They pressure the ball, they run swarms of defenders at you, and they have a way of overwhelming and exhausting their opponents.
A nice shot by Filipowski.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Caruso outside. To the right side. From deep, Holmgren. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Markkanen. Utah moving the ball around. And here's Caruso outside. Buries it from 3. Caruso's got 6.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Filipowski sets a screen. Shoots over Hartenstein. Caruso grabs the board.
That's great shot selection, just poor execution. If you're going to take those mid-range shots, you've got to knock them down.
Hartenstein in the post. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And the Thunder lead by 17. Here's George. Takes it inside. Here's Sensabaugh. And the three-pointer goes.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 10. Knocks it down from distance. 11 points in the game.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
Pass to Bailey. Markkanen sets a screen. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And Grant, when it comes to pure shot-making ability, scouts love Ace Bailey's natural tools.
Yeah, when he's taking good shots, he can carry the offense. Needs to get a little stronger and clean up a few things, but his upside as a scorer is tremendous.
That free throw no good.
And there's a lot of upside to Ace Bailey. He's already a gifted shot maker, but you also see signs of elite defensive potential. If he can level up on both ends, Ace will be special.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Wallace outside. For 3. Another shot. For 3. Sinks the tray.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Jazz trail by 19. Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Bailey. Can't hit that one. SGA looking around. Shot is up. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And from the opening tip, they've been locked in. Just look at the score. That tells you all you need to know.
Now here's Filipowski. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Bailey. From deep. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
And this is how deep Bailey's range goes. You got to be up on him as soon as he crosses half court.
Here's Williams. Rebounded by Bailey. Jazz trail by 18. Here's George. Good work defensively by Dort.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
Pass to Williams. Hits the trifecta. Williams has got 14 points.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
Here's Sensabaugh. The 3 is up. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Here's Bailey. No good on the shot.
No question who's in control of the board so far.
Pass to Williams. The 3. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Here's George. And George with the jam.
Yes, sir. George with the flush.
Here's SGA. The rebound by the Jazz.
He got the space he wanted for his mid-range. He just wasn't able to convert.
Here's Hendricks. Offline with a three. Dort for three. And that's not going to go. And so it's Oklahoma City up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
And they've been very aggressive, attacking gaps off the dribble, getting to the rim, and showing a lot of aggressiveness with a live dribble.
Oklahoma City leading by 19.
All right, that's 2 fouls, not a big deal, but you don't want to pick up that third before the half.
Here's Wallace. Dort outside. Three-pointer. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Not afraid to shoot. Dort has become more confident in his jumper, and you see why.
Pass to Hendricks. Here's Collier. Just 5 on the clock. Launches a three. Offensive rebound. Here's Bailey. Shoots a fadeaway. Utah with another miss. Now Joe. Jacks up a three. The rebound by Filipowski.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Bailey. Now Filipowski from behind the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. Filipowski's got 5 now.
When you can shoot over the top of people and hit a high percentage from out there, you are in rare company.
Now here's Dort. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. It might not always show up on the stat sheet, but Lou Dort is one of the most feared defenders around, Legs.
Well, he's built like a middle linebacker, and he brings a high level of physicality. B.A., there's a reason he's earned the nickname the Torture Chamber.
Well, Grant, as more and more teams look to get up and down, you think that lends itself to going deeper down the roster?
Oh, definitely, B.A. Also, with the G League and bigger coaching staffs enabling end-of-the-bench guys to get more reps, it helps them stay ready when their number is called.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Outside, Williams. And another miss by Oklahoma City. Jazz trail by 20. There's the drive. Robbed. Here's Dort. Cash money on the open jump shot. Dort's got 8 points here in the quarter.
Yeah, terrific looking jumper off the dribble. Dort just continues to look to expand his offensive arsenal.
Now here's Filipowski. He's got 5.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And Dort is good for 3. He's got 11.
Well, he has been pretty much unstoppable this quarter, and his team is thriving as a result.
For 3, Collier. Dort grabs the miss. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh.
Wow, you got to commend the defensive effort right there. It really made a difference.
And when he finishes that way, ooh, that's fun.
Hey, he's a blue-collar guy, but he gets the job done.
Well, it's exactly what you want. When he's at the rim with his size, he should be attacking.
gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. The Utah Jazz are going young, but this is a franchise that has a winning history, and that culture is still around. Coach Will Hardy said, the messaging doesn't change. The players have bought into the little things that takes to win. This is a cohesive group that's committed to helping each other. Guys, back to you.
Building the right way. Thanks a lot, Allie. Pass to Wiggins. Back to Joe. Dort outside. Fires from deep. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
He came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
Here's Hendricks. Lots of room. Misses another. Just 1 of 4 from the floor.
You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Well, that's just a wasted opportunity.
Here's Bailey. Pass to Filipowski. Basket counts. Filipowski's got 7 points here in the quarter.
Gets one to go. It's been a great personal night for him, but those mean a lot less if you're losing.
Back to Joe. Williams with the screen. Wiggins outside. Three-pointer. Gets the 3 to fall. Wiggins got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. To the wing, right side. And Hendricks gets it to go.
Yeah, I love that. He comes off the pick and takes it right to the hole.
Left side Joe. Driving to the basket. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Like a matador. Olé! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
And that'll be Utah's ball as it goes out of bounds. Jazz able to keep possession. And Utah calls time here. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Markkanen for 3. Mitchell grabs a miss. And he drives in. Wallace outside. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
Give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, they have just found the better looks, and they are capitalizing.
Here's Collier. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Utah moving the ball around. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 3. Drills it from deep. Hendricks has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
The defense just has no answers for him right now. With each made basket, the more his confidence continues to grow.
The 3 from Mitchell. The rebound by Markkanen.
Well, you can't make them all, but I doubt the defense wants to give him that kind of look again.
Fires the 3. Utah grabs the miss. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at Dallas. They'll match up against the Mavericks. That'll be game 5 for them as they near the end of a 6-game trip. Kicks it to George. Here's Sensabaugh. He has 6. Markkanen sets a screen. Sensabaugh, no good. One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
Pass to Wallace. From the arc. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Wallace has got 9 points.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. Lou Dort picks one up.
Keeping his balance despite getting roughed up. Markkanen, excellent work to score and get to the line as well.
This will be his 3rd free throw of the game. There are some big-time players in this league. But who do you think the most clutch players have been over the past decade, Legs?
When you look at these resumes, I think you go with the big three: LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant. But of course, Giannis dropping 50 in a finals performance wasn't bad either.
And I'll throw in the Joker in there as well.
Love it.
Timeout. Picking up right where he left off. Hit 2 triples in the first quarter. Now he gets another to fall.
So Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Making a switch here. And SGA has got the ball here for the Thunder. Dort outside. Launches it. Rebounded by Nurkic. George outside. Dort with a steal. Williams from long range. Nails it from 3. Williams has got 20 points.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
Clock at 6. Here's Bailey. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Strong finish by Bailey. Here's a guy who wants to slam it.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over George. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Trying to do a little too much with that fadeaway. There wasn't anyone near him.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. Pass to Bailey. Markkanen outside. Again, Utah good for 2.
Shots like this help Markkanen get in rhythm. The D must be aware of his ability to catch and fire.
Outside, Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his 3rd foul so far.
Well, they've done a pretty decent job of taking care of the ball, but turnovers can pile up quickly.
Jazz trail by 21. George drives in. Markkanen outside. Free throw line jumper. Again, Utah good for 2.
This second quarter, he's been much better, improving over that slow start.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It goes on Keontae George.
I just like how aggressive SGA is. It's why he's able to draw these kinds of fouls.
He hits the second from the line. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has made the move from star to superstar, Grant.
Well, no question, B.A. He's been a superstar for quite a few seasons now, but he's not satisfied and just continues to elevate his game year after year.
4 on the clock. For 3, George. And he misses the shot again. Only 2 of 7 in this one.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Pure from 3-point range. SGA's got 4 points in the quarter.
And Shai didn't need a lot of time to get that shot off. His feet were set, his hands were ready, and he let it fly.
And here's Bailey for 3. Hitting his 3rd shot in 7 looks.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Sinks it from distance. Dort's got 17 points.
They've had a hard time shutting down the 3-point shot.
For 3, George. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
Well, unfortunately, his poor shooting is not helping their case here.
Back to SGA. The kick out to Williams. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Williams has got 23. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder, already up 26 points as this quarter ends. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. Back after this. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Pass to George. Here's Mikhailuk. George, right side. SGA pulls it in.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
And let's not forget, J-Dub finished in the top 10 in three-point percentage. I say that puts him in an elite category.
A deep three. Markkanen misses.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Holmgren outside. Here's the three. He's off on that one. Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. Pass to Collier. For three, George. On target from range. George has gotten his third basket of the night.
And that's got to be a relief. Finally getting something to go here in the second half.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 16 points for him. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. It's stolen by SGA. Inside. And Hartenstein gets it to go.
And that's exactly why Hartenstein has a very high career field goal percentage. These are the kinds of shots he's hunting.
There's a screen by Nurkic. Lets it go from deep. Another three for Utah.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Kicks it out to Holmgren. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Markkanen looking it over. Pass to Nurkic. Utah moving the ball around. Here's Mikhailuk. Shot clock at 5. No good on the triple.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Now here's Markkanen. Here's Collier. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Back to Markkanen. Drops in the three. Markkanen's got 13.
Yeah, Markkanen is in rhythm, providing a major lift to this offense.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Nice move. And Markkanen with the stuff.
And this offensive surge is just what they needed right now.
Outside, Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Kicks it out to Holmgren. The three ball. Oklahoma City gets it back.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open three.
For three, Collier. Back to Mikhailuk. Pass to Markkanen. For three, George. The Thunder with the rebound. Holmgren deciding where to go with it. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. And count it. 8 of 14 now. He's rolling.
If Gilgeous-Alexander gets into this kind of rhythm from deep, he is even more dangerous.
Pass to Collier. Markkanen outside. There's the triple. Knocks down the long J. Markkanen's got 8 points in the quarter.
I just love the ball movement.
From 10 feet away. Rebounded by Nurkic.
Well, that's a good high percentage shot. He just couldn't convert.
Here's George. Hartenstein pulls it in.
Well, that's a shot he should make a majority of the time.
Pass to Holmgren. He squares up and sinks it. Holmgren's got 5 points.
Yeah, it's just too easy for Holmgren. Man, is he fun to watch operate off the catch.
Here's Collier. He's scoreless. 6 to shoot. Shot by Nurkic, no good. Oklahoma City leading by 22. Here's SGA. And it's Oklahoma City with another.
And forget the analytics. I'll take SGA from mid-range any day of the week.
Pass to Nurkic. And here's George. From deep three-point range. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound.
And it just feels like his poor shooting has been contagious to his entire team as they find themselves trailing.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Chet Holmgren checked some boxes. He said if you can play defense and shoot the ball, you can pretty much play on any court, anywhere. Those are two things that are always needed on the basketball court, and that's where the foundation of my game started. Brian, back to you.
A unique talent. Thank you very much for the report, Allie.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close range look.
He gets it in there. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 23.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Thunder?
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
And the relentless pace has really taken a toll on the opposition.
Holmgren outside. Releases from 15. The rebound by the Jazz. Pass to Mikhailuk from outside the arc. Hits a three-pointer. Mikhailuk's got 6.
Well, those are the ones you're happy to get every trip down the floor if you can.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Utah making a switch here. Caruso with it. He has 6. It's Williams, high post. Oh, it's stolen. Markkanen outside. There's the 3. Filipowski. Second shot opportunity. And he sinks the layup. He's got 11.
A stronger defensive presence would have saved them 2 points.
Nothing will drive your coach crazier than what you just saw. Lack of focus, lack of effort.
Dort has really improved this part of his game. Would love to see him shoot more often from out there.
Filipowski sets a screen. Markkanen outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Oklahoma City now. Tim, you look at Cason Wallace. He has been a plug-and-play defensive guard in this league.
Well, B.A., you're talking about a guy who wants to pick you up full court every minute he's on the floor. He is just tireless and relentless on the defensive end. He's the kind of player every coach wants to have. Regardless of his minutes, he makes the impact defensively.
I've heard you say it before. The fastest way to minutes, if you're a young guy, is on the defensive end.
Coaches are taking notice of that want-to factor.
And it's Utah with the ball. Following the bucket by Oklahoma City. Shot clock at 6. The shot by Filipowski, no good. So it's the Thunder now.
Utah foul. Collier. Third personal foul. Second team foul.
On defense, the Jazz. Caruso misses. Markkanen with it. Watched by Wallace. And that one's good. Markkanen's got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
And offensively, Markkanen is in the zone. He's using his size well, and the defense hasn't had an answer.
Now here's Caruso. Give him 8. Dort for 3. The rebound by Filipowski.
So the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
Sensabaugh, no good. So it's Oklahoma City now. Here's Wallace. Knocks down the triple. Wallace has got 15.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
And here's Bailey for 3. He can't get it to go. Dort for 3. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Driving inside. Pass to Collier. Lets the 3 fly. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
Sensabaugh. 3 shots.
And he sinks the second. And he makes all 3. So it's Oklahoma City now. And here's Joe. Pass to Jang. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Filipowski.
You really need to take advantage of those looks because the defense won't give you many of them.
Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Dort outside. Back to Joe. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Wiggins for 3. Utah grabs the miss. Pass to Bailey. The 3. That one no good. Wallace outside. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder, already up 26 points as this quarter ends. And they're doing everything they can to put this game away.
86.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. So it's Oklahoma City now. Over to the left wing. Here's Jang. That 3's off the mark. George with it. Now Wiggins defending. Pass to Sensabaugh. The 3 is up. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
A defensive breakdown. Can't afford to leave him open from range.
Now Joe. Dort for 3. Rebounded by Bailey. George feels it out a bit. Pass to Sensabaugh. Tim, growing up in the D.C. area, at what point did you fall in love with the sport of basketball?
Well, B.A., the first team I loved were the Washington Bullets in the late 70s with Elvin Hayes. They won that one championship in Washington. But Larry Bird coming into the league in 1980 really changed everything for me. That's when I truly fell in love with the sport, emulating a guy like that.
Greatest player from the DMV?
Oh, I guess I'd have to say Kevin Durant, certainly.
And Tim Legler, of course.
Even better answer.
Back to George. Pass to Filipowski. Fires for 3. Another 3 for Utah.
And that's his second three-pointer tonight.
Oklahoma City leading by 20. Now Dort. Let's go with a three. Deflected. He's all alone.
And there's not a ton of time left, but they're still in the game.
Here's Oklahoma City now. Outside Joe. From downtown. Sends it home from three-point land. Joe's got 5 points now this quarter.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, we talk about winning basketball all the time and what it looks like. Well, that defense right there, that's the opposite of that.
Well, you ask the older generation about load management. They'll bend your ear about back in the day, Grant.
Oh, yes, we will. But it's true that today's players average more distance covered per game, even if they're not walking uphill both ways. So you got to take that into account.
He must have visualized this one because everything is falling.
Beyond the arc. The rebound by Filipowski. Jazz trail by 19. Out to the right wing. Pass to Bailey. Takes a three. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Here's Wallace. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
And he can't let that get to him. He should have made it, but he's got to focus on the next one.
Hendricks. Kept alive. Great positioning on the putback.
The way they've hit the offensive boards in the second half, you would think they're the team that's leading.
Joe on the wing. Sinks that one from the post. Joe's got 7 points for the quarter.
After a forgettable first half, he is turning it on now. You love to see this kind of resilience. And he was non-existent from three in the first half. Now he's changing the narrative.
Now here's Wallace. Dort outside. Good on the shot. So Dort's got 25 points in the game.
And clearly Dort knows how to operate inside, making his way to a high percentage shot.
Here's George. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
At the line for the Jazz, George.
And he drops the first.
And we've seen some good free throw shooting in the second half.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
Pass to Holmgren. For 3. It's rebounded by Hendricks.
And they're winning this game despite his difficulties at the offensive end.
The 3 doesn't go for him. Thunder leading by 16. The 3 from Holmgren. Wallace left side. Dort outside. Clock at 4. Holmgren outside. Puts it up from the high post. That shot missing.
When you're not at your best, it is great to have teammates who will pick up the slack.
Pass to Hendricks. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Hendricks has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, you want those shots anytime you can get a high percentage at the rim.
Wallace's shot is good.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, with each bucket, he denies any thought of a comeback.
George, no good.
Well, he's certainly more than capable of hitting that shot, but somehow, even with no defense, he came away empty.
Tim, watching Chet Holmgren, he brings a lot to the table.
Well, absolutely, Brian. He's got a wingspan of 7.5 feet, but still has touch from deep. It's really something to marvel at. Chet is redefining what a stretch big can be in the NBA.
And what you immediately notice about Chet Holmgren is his uniqueness. He's got size, but also tremendous agility. He can hit outside shots or battle down low. He's looked like a totally different player in the second half. That's his third triple.
Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Pass to Markkanen. Back to George. From deep. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
And I want to see Markkanen continue to shoot from deep because he's a quality sniper with impressive range.
Dort outside. Back to Wiggins. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
And now this offense feels like they can just do whatever they want.
Pass to Markkanen. The three is up. Yes! Markkanen from deep.
A gifted score. You know, this team trusts Markkanen's shot selection and offensive initiative.
Here's Wiggins. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell.
And from the mid-range area, they've been the more effective team.
Pass to Markkanen. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Now here's Dort. Jacks up a three. Fires in the triple. Dort's got 30 points.
He was red hot from the three in the first half, and he is showing no signs of slowing down.
Wallace outside. Pass to Dort. Tries again. Oh, no good. Jazz trail by 15. And they recover it. Markkanen drives to the hoop. Good for two.
Looking mobile on the drive. Markkanen also using his height to his advantage to score at the rim.
Mitchell. The three is off.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
Here's Markkanen. Let's loose for three. Buries it from outside.
Is that high arcing three? Markkanen is deadly from that corner spot.
Now Mitchell. Outside Dort for three. Nope.
Well, he wanted to answer that three with one of his own. Unfortunately, he couldn't knock it down.
Markkanen fires. The three ball is down.
And his perimeter shooting might be the key to trimming their deficit.
Now, he has quickly piled up the points by stringing those threes together.
Outside Dort from deep. George is there for the rebound.
And I don't think that's the shot they wanted him to take right now. He's not exactly on fire.
Markkanen outside. There's the double team with Wiggins. Beyond the arc. From way back there, Markkanen.
This is why Markkanen has the rock in his hands. This team wants him to take those big shots.
Outside Wiggins. From downtown. George is there for the rebound. And it's Utah with the ball. Trailing by 4. Markkanen tries again. Forcing the issue. Markkanen.
Wow. That takes steady nerves right there.
Completely unfazed by what's at stake. That's just clutch. Well, to stop him, you have to get better rim protection than that.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Outside George. He launches. Wiggins with a rebound.
He's been way off the mark in this second half, just unable to get any kind of rhythm going.
Yeah, so you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the top.
And he commits the intentional foul. Oh, the first of two, no good. A heartbreaker. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that puts him up 5. Here's Collier. Outside George. The putback. The putback. How about the activity?
Big time effort on the glass.
And when you have a touch that soft, those tip-ins are easier to make. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
And so both free throws good. And it's a 5-point game.
That should put this game on ice, not leaving any points behind.
And Utah calls time here. They're down by 5. All right, guys, what do you think?
Too little, too late. Making a change won't save them now.
Well, you're going to have to play this out, take pride in every possession because they are critical at this point.
And so the Thunder take the win. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves, but at the end...
Rap song hitting all night long, just like me on the black and white ivory. You don't wanna see it break your like dishes, Buster. Running from Lennox up at Venice. They wanna have me like Dennis the Menace, but that ain't poppin', ain't no stopping. Faux hopping, dropping coup de ville. My trooping fool, I got skills, so